What I need you to understand is that these numbers are inflated, and I broke down the process of inflating hate crime numbers in my past video titled NYC Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Deliver $40 million to AAPI but $0 and a hip-hop lecture to the black community. Now let's develop a little understanding of how inflating numbers work. First, you have to understand that there is a difference between hate incidents and hate crimes. Notice how the ADL and other organizations such as Stop Asian Hate never cite the official FBI data on hate crimes. The reason they don't do that is because, as we all know, the actual FBI data on hate crimes shows and proves that Black Americans are the most hated and targeted race and or group of people in this country. According to the FBI data, no other race or group of people even comes close to being targeted as much as Black Americans. And these organizations know this. And that's why they rely on what's called hate incidents. Hate incidents are incidents that are reported to said organization like the ADL or Stop AAPI Hate versus being reported to the proper authorities. Also, hate incidents do not comprise solely of physical assault, but mainly verbal abuse or physical avoidance. As you can see here in the Stop AAPI Hate's National Report, from March 19, 2020 to December 31, 2021, a total of 10,905 hate incidents against Asian American and Pacific Island persons were reported to Stop AAPI Hate. Verbal harassment, 63%, continues to make up the biggest share of total incidents reported. Physical assault, 16%, comprises the second largest category of total reported incidents, followed by the deliberate avoidance of AAPI's 16.1%. So in between verbal harassment and deliberate avoidance, that accounts for 79.1% of hate incidents. 79.1% of these incidents consist of, I don't like how you're talking to me, and I don't like that you moved away from me. Now let's move over to the recent ADL report. In 2021, ADL counted a total of 2,717 anti-Semitic incidents across the U.S. This represents a 34% increase from the 2,026 incidents recorded in 2020 and is the highest number on record since ADL began tracking anti-Semitic incidents in 1979. The audit classifies incidents into three categories: assault, a total of 88 incidents; harassment, a total of 1,776 incidents were categorized as harassment. Now, this category labeled as harassment is the ADL's version of verbal harassment that we just saw in the Stop AAPI Hate report. Now, you see, verbal harassment can literally mean anything, okay? Verbal harassment can simply break down into, I don't like how you're talking to me, or I don't like what you just said, or I disagree with your perspective or observation. You see, verbal harassment doesn't automatically mean racial slur. Verbal harassment can literally mean anything that you simply just don't like. And then there's the last category, vandalism, with another 853 incidents. Now, if you've been paying attention, do you see how in both reports, over half of the hate incidents were verbal harassment? That is precisely how these numbers are inflated. Verbal harassment cannot be verified unless you actually have a witness or there is an audio recording. Outside of that, it's just one person making a claim that another person said something that they didn't like. And that doesn't necessarily mean that what was being said was a racial slur. It could literally be anything. And if you don't like or agree with what was just said, well, that's verbal harassment. Because I didn't agree with you on that, or because I don't like your observation. But regardless of whatever is being said, almost none of it can be verified. Yet these are the inflated numbers that other groups are using to receive millions of dollars from federal and local governments. These are the inflated numbers that other groups are using to secure hate crime bills that are specifically for them. Yet when actual acts of hate occur to Black Americans, as we witnessed not too long ago in Buffalo when white supremacist Peyton Gendron went into a Tops grocery store and intentionally targeted and killed killed 10 black Americans, the Democrats used your tragedies as an opportunity to push forth other political agendas, which brings my last point. Your tragedies are used as an opportunity to push anti-terrorism bills, gun control bills, and whatever other bills that the Democrats have that they've been wanting to push.